Now I'm going to go ahead and play through the first 12-bar solo, and then we'll come back and break it down. So check it out with the backing track, and I'll see you soon. Alright, so here we're going to be soloing over a 12-bar blues in the key of G. We have 12 bars, and for each of these solos, I'm going to break it down into 4-bar sections. So each solo will have 3 licks, each lasting 4 bars. Here's the first lick of the first solo. 1, 2, 3. So it's a combination of major pentatonic along with minor pentatonic with the added addition of the blues note. I'm going to start off with a whole step bend from the 2nd fret of the G string. I'll do that bend 2 times. Following that whole step bend, I'm going to strike the open G string. Followed by the 3rd fret of the D string. I'll grab that with my first finger. Followed by the 5th fret of the A. We'll bend up a half step, and then release that bend, followed by the 3rd fret of the A string. So far we've done this. We're going to start on the and of 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to do the same bend, this time on the low E string. I'll bend up a half step from the 5th fret, release the bend, and play the 3rd fret on the low E string. Now I'm going to shift positions, slide from 6 to 7 on the low E string, followed by 5 to 7 on the A, 5 on the D, back to 7A. Now let's review what we've done so far. 1, 2, 3. Now we'll stay in the same position. I'm going to shift over to the D string, pull off 7 to 5, followed by 7A, 5D, 4 more notes to go here, 7 to 5 on the A string, and then 5 on the D, and then I'll bend up roughly a half step from the 7th fret of the D string without releasing. So I just kind of choke that note off. And that's our first lick. So we're going to start on the and of 3. 1, 2, 3. Here's the second lick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So here we're going to start off by sliding into the 9th fret of the G string, followed by the 8th fret of the B string. I'll play those 2 notes a total of 4 times, and then back to 9 on the G. And this starts on beat number 2. So if I count you in, we'll go all the way to 4, and then 1, and then we start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. The next part of this idea is a 4-note phrase that we're going to play a total of 9 times. So I'm going to hammer on and pull off 8, 11, 8 on the B string, followed by 9 on the G. We'll play those 4 notes a total of 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if we do it a little quicker. Now I'm going to play 8 on the B string. To the 10th fret of the high E string, I'll bend up a whole step and then play 10 without the bend. Now shift positions, hammer on 6 to 7 on the high E string. So here we're hammering on from the minor third to the major third, very common in blues. Followed by 8 to 6 on the B string, 7 to 6 on the G, shift positions, I'll hammer on 3 to 4 on the G string. Once again, there's that minor third to the major third. Now to the D string, 5 to 3. On the A string, 5 to 4. That's the blues note. After playing the 4th fret of the A string, shift positions once again. Hammer on from 1 to 2 on the A string. And then the last 3 notes are on the low E string, 3, 1, 3. So let's play that nice and slow. We're going to start off on beat number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And now here's the third and final lick of the solo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very scalar here. I'm also going to try and mute with the right hand so we can really hear those notes. This is something that Joe Bonamassa does quite a bit. He can play some really fast scale runs and mute the notes a little bit. So we're going to start off playing 8 to 11 on the B string. And that comes in on the and of 4, so it's kind of like a lead in to the main idea. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're at the downbeat of 1. I'll show you the first 4 notes now. We're going to play 8, 10, 8 on the high E, followed by 11 B. Once again. The next 4 notes, 8 B, 10 G, 11 B, 8 B. So from the beginning, we've done this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, moving on. The next 4 notes, 10 to 7 on the G, 8 B, 10 G. Once again. And now from the beginning, we've done this. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next 4 notes, 7G, 10D, 10 to 7 on the G. Once again, those 4 notes. So from the beginning, we've done this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now to the D string, 10 to 8, 7G, 10D. Those 4 notes once again. And here's the next 4 notes. 8 to 7 on the D string, followed by 10 to 8 on the D string. So here's what we've done so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, continuing on. Here's the next 4 notes. 7 on the D, 10 on the A, 8, 7 on the D. Here's those 4 notes again. And then the last 3 notes on the A string, 10, 8, 10. So here's that lick one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I'm going to do it again, but this time I'm going to try and mute a little bit more just by covering the strings with the side of my picking hand. So if I don't mute, the strings sound like this. If I mute, okay, so here's the lick again with a little bit of muting. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now here's the ending of the lick. We're going to do some pull-offs here. So we're going to start off on the G string. We'll pull off 4th fret to the open string and then hammer onto the 4th fret, pull off to the open string again. So I only strike the first note here. Move that up 1 fret to the 5th fret and play the same idea. 6th fret, same thing. 7th fret, same thing. 9th fret. We've just done this. And now we're going to have a double stop idea, which is when we play 2 strings at the same time. So while holding 10 on the high E, I'm also going to strike 11 on the B and just bend slightly from the B string only. It's between a 1/4 step and a 1/2 step. You just give it a little bit of a push. So we'll do that 2 times before landing on the 12th fret of the G string, which is the root note G. And if we put all of that together, we get the whole solo. But first, let's review from that ascending hammer-on and pull-off part. All right, well now let's go back to the very beginning and put these 3 licks together that make up our first 12-bar solo. We're going to play nice and slow, and remember, we start on the and of 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, and there we have our first solo.